Hey everybody, this is Christopher Brower here with Daily Motor, and today's video is going to be a little bit different because we're not going to be driving out on the road because we are in a studio, and a pretty cool studio at that. And I'm sat in the new 2023 Honda HR-V. This is a completely new generation of HR-V for the 2023 model year, and Honda has been kind enough to give us some early access to this thing in this cool little studio here in Detroit. So why don't we take this time to do a little bit of a walk around of this new HR-V, take a look at some of its new features, talk about what's new, what's under the hood, and what we can look forward to. I'll actually be driving this new Honda HR-V in a few weeks, but it's cool to have a little bit of a first look here in the studio. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Well, this one that we're sitting in today, currently, there are two in here, but this one is the EXL trim. So that's the top of the line trim. We're going to have leather seats in this car, a beige headliner, slightly smaller wheels for added ride comfort. We also have the optional 9.4-inch touchscreen in this EXL trim. Very similar, if not the same screen that we have in the new Civic. Everything works quite nicely here. Easy access buttons on the left-hand side to get you home if you're in Apple CarPlay or something like that. And obviously, with this being a completely new generation, we have a totally new interior, which in my opinion actually looks really nice. It reminds me quite a bit of the new Civic, and that is a good thing. The steering wheel, it's very similar. I believe it to be pretty much the same unit that you'd find on the Civic. And also this whole simplicity thing, the very simple look of these new interiors on these new Hondas. I'm really digging it. We've got this honeycomb vent that runs along the dash, just like the Civic, with your easy to use little vents here. I like that they've brought that to the HR-V, because that was like my favorite part of the 2022 Civic, was just the simple interior layout with this big long vent that runs the entire length of the dash. I think it looks great. It opens up the interior quite a bit more. And also, one thing I didn't love about the previous generation HR-V is how high everything stuck up in the middle. It felt like it was just in my face all the time. This sits down a little bit lower, and also it's stitched with leather. We've got soft touch points everywhere. You've got a nice soft touch for both elbows here, and just really nice materials to look at. Stitched leather here, and even on the dash, we've got stitched leather. You can see the stitching here on the left and on the right, and this whole front part of the dash is a nice soft leather material. We don't get leather all the way around on the top of the dash, but that's really to be expected. This isn't a full-on luxury vehicle, so I would never expect it to have a fully stitched dash. Again, with this EXL, they want the interior to feel a little bit more open and airy, so we have that light-colored headliner, we have a moonroof, and I'm really excited to show you guys the back seat because it is quite roomy, just like the new Civic is. Wireless charger down here, some cup holders, and then you also have a little extra cubby down here under your shifter, and a USB-C port on each side. You can see we've got one over here on the passenger side as well. This car's got power seats, and yeah, fully digital cluster here. Well, actually not fully digital, looks like half digital. Analog gauge on the right, digital on the left. And it looks like we've got a good amount of driver aids here. We've got what appears to be radar-guided cruise control and a steering assist system, which is nice to see as well. This EXL all-wheel drive starts at just under 29 grand, so a pretty reasonable price for something in this class, being that this is the top-of-the-line all-wheel drive model with leather and everything. And while on the topic of all-wheel drive, you can actually have the new HR-V with front-wheel drive as well if you don't really need all-wheel drive. So it's nice that they give you the choice, but being in Michigan, we'd probably go for the all-wheel drive. All right, well, let's go ahead and hop out. We'll do a little walk around this thing. We'll sit in the back seat, and then we'll go check out this sport model that's over here as well. That's going to be the mid-grade trim level, so that'll give you an opportunity to see what it looks like with some cloth seats and a little bit of a cheaper alternative to the EXL. As you can see, pretty large back seat. It's one of my favorite parts about the new Honda Civic is just how much room you have in the back, and this HR-V is certainly no different. We've got some good seat back pockets here. Well, we've got one on the passenger side, actually. There's not one on the driver's side. We don't have vents back here, but we do have a little cubby. I like when manufacturers can utilize this armrest center area to have something here. You know, if you don't have vents, well, at least give us a cubby, and they have done. This seat right here is adjusted for my driving position, so I'll go ahead and slide over. And I just got a ton of room back here. Even with a camera on my face, I've got tons of headroom as well. And of course, with that light colored headliner, it feels a little bit more airy and open in here. Our map lights in the back are just touch, haptic touch, or whatever you want to call it. Respond to your finger and they turn on quite easily. In fact, you can almost like hover over them and they'll turn on. I didn't even touch it that time. Pretty sweet. Got your old crap handles here. Power windows back here, of course, like every car made in 2023. Why am I even mentioning that? Let's see what we've got here for a armrest. I don't think we have one. Looks like we've got cup holders in the door panels here. Oh, and then one more thing. They've got all of these ridges on every surface here. You can see it on the rear door panel. I'll show it to you on the front as well. So this design, this is put in place to help over time with wear and tear. Oftentimes you hit your foot on the door panel getting out of the car, and this is put in place to make sure that your door panels stay in good shape over the years, and I think it looks cool as well. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the Sport model. See some slight interior differences here. This car is fitted with cloth. We've got orange stitching as well. But we still have these nice leather features here in the center by our shifter and also on the dash. You can see that orange stitching continued all the way through. So this Sport model just has the base infotainment. It's just a 7-inch system. Looks very similar to the one in that EXL trim. The actual screen part is just a little bit smaller. We do still have Apple CarPlay with this system. It's just a little bit more simplified. We don't have our home buttons here on the left-hand side. Instead, you've got it down here on the lower right. So let's talk about powertrains. Well, every HRV, that one, this one, and every one that will ever be made, is powered by the same 2-liter inline 4-cylinder engine. Makes 158 horsepower and 138 foot-pounds of torque, and that is mated to a CVT. This is upgrading from the 1.8 liter we got in the last HRV. It's got about 13 more horsepower, and that'll be the same for regardless if you get front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. A little drive mode selector down here, similar to the Civic. Normal, Econ, and snow driving modes here in the HRV. Pretty big center console area. It's interesting, you just press this button and it comes open. Pretty simple to use. Here's our key. Looks pretty similar to other Honda keys. It almost looks like they're kind of adopting the design of wanting to make it look like a car. It kind of looks like a car, doesn't it? Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. Lock, unlock, remote start, panic, and of course a button to release your hatch or your trunk. USB-A port, and of course our same USB-C ports here in this Sport model. All right, let's go ahead and walk around to the back of the car to the rear hatch area, and we'll fold the seats down because they go pretty much completely flat. It's a very impressive amount of room back there. So we'll go ahead and fold these seats down before we go back there. As you can see, as I fold this down, watch the bottom of the seat. It goes forwards and then back to give you more of a flat rear cargo area. All right, so as you can see, quite a bit of room back here. Lots of room for things, and it's always nice when cars, you don't have too much of an upwards angle on your back seats, so you can fit some longer items in here without losing room. See, we've got this little area back here with our toolkit, and under this thing, we actually have a spare tire. Also back here you can see more of these ridges along where you'd be loading things into the car. You can see them along here where things may slide and hit the sides of your cargo area. And again, all of this is engineered to make this plastic durable and make it last and not get as easily damaged as it would without these ridges here. Pretty cool stuff. Super lightweight hatch, easy to close. With the Sport model, we actually have our model designation here on the hatch, and you can see our exhaust tip back here as well. Other subtle differences, we've got 18-inch wheels on the Sport model, and we've got 17-inch wheels on this EXL over here. All right, guys, well, I hope you have enjoyed this little studio walk-around of the new 2023 Honda HR-V. We'll be out on the road in this car very soon, but for now, just a little bit of a static walk-around. So thank you all so much for watching if you stuck around for this long. This has been Christopher Brower here with Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.